Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a bracelet to match this necklace and earring set using the Jessie James Magical Mystery Bead Box for the month of June. So the theme this month is Desert Oasis, and I absolutely loved the colors in this month's box. So we made this pendant, these earrings, and now I'm going to use this piece to make a bracelet. So let me get the camera turned around here where you can see. If you're seasick, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be gentle. And I'll show you what you're going to need for this bracelet. So I looked and looked and looked at this piece and could not figure out. I was having the hardest time figuring out a way to make this into a bracelet. So I had this piece of filigree. Now this is from my own stash, but I do sell these on my website. They come flat like this, and this piece would not work long ways like this, or horizontal, but it would work vertical for a little bracelet piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to glue it on this filigree piece, because I can put this filigree piece on and just bend it right around here to where it fits my arm like a bracelet bar. And then I'm going to just put this piece right on top of it. Okay, so if you have some filigree, that's what you're going to need. You're going to need some E6000 to glue it on. I'm going to be using some gunmetal chain. This is from my own stash as well. I'm just going to be using it to go around the sides and then clasp on the back with the lobster. Okay, I've got 3 ball head pins, and we're going to mimic the dangles that we did on the necklace. So we're going to make it match using these same little beads. And then I have a little tiny rhinestone. He is very small. I hope you can even see him. There he is. And he is going to go right here in this, just this other little hole, just to fill it in and give it just a little shine or sparkle right there. Okay, so those are the things that you're going to need if you want to make this bracelet. I do have my E6000 here. It's off the screen. And so get your stuff together. You're going to need your jewelry tools and come right on back. All right, so first thing we're going to do so we can let this glue be drying is take our E6000 and we're going to just glue this piece to the filigree. Okay, so I'm just going to spread it on pretty liberally because I want it to be solid and stay. So I'm just going to put quite a bit on here, just in the middle. And then I'm just going to lay it right down on my filigree, right in the middle. And I want to make sure that these little holes on the bottom are not covered up so that I can actually put my dangles on. Okay, so just right like this, just make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to set this aside. It'll take about 10 or 15 minutes for it to set up really good. So we may have to pause the video for a minute while it does that, but we'll go ahead and do the rest of this stuff while that's working. Okay, so my wrist is about 6 1/4 inches. So here's my little 6-inch measuring stick, ruler. So this piece right here measures about, let's see here, from end to end, it's a little over 3 inches. So I only need about 3 inches on each side to make my 3 inches total. So about 1.5 inches of chain on each side, which is not much, but that will make my total for my whole wrist, because my wrist is like freakishly small. So I'm going to I'm going to take this chain and take it apart. Let's see, so that is 1.5 inches right there. I'm going to go ahead and leave these two and just take it apart right here. Now you can use any chain that you have. I just picked this because it's gunmetal and matches what I had used in the necklace and the earrings. And so let's take this one. I'm gonna have to take this end one off because I need 2 small, 1 big, and 2 small. So whoops, let's take this off here. So we have 2 small, 1 big, and 2 small on the other end. And we'll just have to see. I'll have to see how loose or tight it is. I may have to take another little rung off, but I always have to try them on. I mean, even when I try to measure, I just never get them right because my wrist is so weird. All right, so this is what I will need on the other side, or on each side. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that aside for a minute, and let's go ahead and make our little dangles. Now I'm copying the dangles that are on my necklace, which is right here, so I can see them. So I'm going to do this first one is just these 2 beads right here, this barrel bead and or drop bead, and the little blue one. Whoops, it does have a spacer in between. So just like this. Then we are going to bend this at a 90-degree angle. We're going to make a wrapped loop. I've got glue on my fingers now. So we're going up, over, rotate our pliers, around, and grab your loop here and just wrap. Okay, just like that. So there's one. We need one more just like this one because it was on either side. So just one more here, little drop bead. Why won't you go on the head pin? Okay, I'm not imagining it. There we go. Spacer and our little blue bead. And everybody may not like this idea of gluing that on there. I totally get it. I just really wanted to make a bracelet to match this set, and I thought it looked kind of cute. Glued on the filigree. If it's not your thing, then I totally get it. Another thing that I thought about doing was putting these 2 pieces, I'll show you here in a second, because they have the 3 holes here, and this one has the 3 holes here. I thought about hanging them like this, of course without the filigree, on the pendant, but I don't know. I just really wanted a bracelet to go with it, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, and then for the last one, we're doing a drop bead, a spacer, this little green bead, and the blue bead. Move our little chaton for a second. I do not know what size that chaton is. You could use a PP9 or a 19, SS19 would work just fine. That one just happened to be laying on my desk, and I don't even know where it came from. But it's tiny. It's tinier than a 19, but you could use a 19 in there, or a PP32. Anything smaller than a 19 would definitely work. So this one's really tiny. I don't know what size it is or even where it came from. It fell out of something maybe. I have no idea. But it's about to get repurposed. Just tuck in any little snags you have, because those will catch on clothes and skin and whatever else. So we don't want that. Okay, so now I need my 3 jump rings, which I have right here, just like on my necklace. And we're going to take a chance, and we're just going to work with this for a minute. I'm not going to manipulate it too much. I'm going to be careful, but I'm going to go ahead and hang my little dangles on here. So, and just be careful with it. It should be kind of to the point where it won't fall apart on you if you touch it. It just needs to set up for a while longer to be really secure. So you can still move it if you try hard, but hopefully just, be really careful and gentle with it, and it should be okay. Okay, I'm going to close that up. Watch mine fly off here after I say that. That would be what would happen to me on video every time. Alright, and then we'll put this one on. This is our middle. Let's see here. There we go. You get out of the way. Okay. And one more. right ahead and put this one on the end. Just like that. Okay, so here's what we have, and we're going to take a little bit of our E6000, and I'm just going to dot a little bit right here. Doesn't take much, just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. And I'm just going to pick this chaton up and set him right down in there. That just fills the hole and gives it a little bit of a sparkle. Get the end on my E6000, the lid, because the thing leaks like crazy. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now, I'm going to bend this around a little bit. And I'm just going to attach my chain pieces to either side, okay? Now this will have to be attached with a jump ring because these are closed links. So let me hold this up here and just measure how long it's going to be when I'm done. So yeah, it's going to be, like I said, my wrist is about 6 1/4. It's going to be quite a bit longer than that. Yeah, it's going to be about 7. I don't know. I may need to take this end one off on both sides. I probably should, because by the time I add a jump ring to attach it and then add the lobster and all that, it's going to be way too long. So let me just take these end ones off. These last little loops off, and I think that hopefully will make it right. If not, I can always put them back on. Alright, I can't get that one off. There we go. Okay, so that's probably actually going to be better. So let me get... So the lobster can clasp right onto this. I don't need a ring for the lobster to clasp onto. I just need a jump ring, and I'm looking for a small one. Here we go. For it to... Well, actually I need jump rings to hook both of these on. So let me grab a couple more. I have my jump rings all mixed in together. I know it's a terrible thing. I can hear the collective gasp when I say that on the internet, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't have all the different colors mixed in together. I don't mean that. I have, like, all gunmetal mixed in together and all silver mixed in together, and yeah, that's what I did, which wasn't the smartest thing, but it's what I did. So there we have it. Alright, so we're going to hook the lobster on with one of these jump rings right here. And it's just going to go on one end. It doesn't really matter because they're the same. And then I'm going to take a jump ring and I'm going to hook each end of the chain onto the filigree piece. So it has a little hole right here on the end. And I'm just going to attach it right on. Okay. And we'll do our other one the same way. Just like this. And there we have it. There's our little bracelet. And when this dries, I will form this around my arm just a little bit more, but I'm just going to let it. And actually, it's pretty perfect. The length of it is pretty perfect. I'm not going to pull on it right now because I don't want to mess the middle piece up, but it does match the bracelet or the necklace and everything really well. Now, you could do all kinds of things. You could attach more dangles onto this. You could attach dangles on the sides. I may put a little dangle on the end. I kind of like to do that on my bracelets. I just feel like it's cute. So let me see what I have left here, because I've been really using these beads. I love them. I think they're so pretty, and so I've kind of used the heck out of them. So I do have a couple of these. This bead I know was not in here, but it is aqua. It'll match, and it's the only one I have left, so I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to take a little, another little ball head pin, and I'm just going to put these two little guys on here, like this. I'm going to bend it at 90 degrees. He's not going to come off, is he? No. Okay. And I'm going to go up and over. Now this I'm going to attach directly onto my loop. So this is how you can do a wrapped loop, by attaching it right on instead of having to use a jump ring. So I'm just putting it on, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring my wire around like that. Then I'm going to grab it with my pliers, and I'm just going to wrap like I normally would. Okay, around several times. And I'm going to cut it off. And now I have a cute little dangle right there on the end of my bracelet. Okay, so here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I know that gluing it to the filigree is probably not everyone's cup of tea, but I really wanted to make a bracelet out of it, and when I want to use a component and I don't have a way to use it that I think is the norm, I just figure something out. So this is what I figured out, and I actually like it. I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of the day. If you're interested in subscribing to the Magical Mystery Bead Box, I will put a link in the description box below. I will also link the necklace and the earring tutorial, so you can check those out if you want to. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!